Hello, Nicola. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me today.
No worries, Sarah.
Do me a favor and just introduce yourself and let everyone, let our viewers know what your job was on The Crow.
Hi, I'm Nikola. I can say my last name, but nobody's gonna remember. Like Prijic. I'm from Serbia, Belgrade, and my job was to design tattoos for Eric on this movie.
Amazing. And the tattoos are something people are talking about in multiple ways. I loved them personally as a tattoo girly. Uh, talk to me
Yeah, so some of the comments, some were like really nasty, some were pretty okay. So I'm like, yeah, as long as people are talking, I guess that's a good thing.
right? No, like all press is good press. Isn't that what they say?
Exactly.
But they look great. So I want to know because putting tattoos on Eric Draven, I think, is a really big deal, whether you're a fan of the comics or just of the original movie. So talk to me a little bit about the conversation around that kind of big change for this character.
This was basically Rupert's vision of how Eric uh, was to look like, because I see that a lot of people when the first trailer was out were kind of like mad because like this is the remake of something that was so good and all this talk, but I kind of like at first I thought the same thing because Hollywood kind of like does this thing a lot, but this is actually I think it's something really different, and to be honest, I think the Rupert was kind of like sticking more to the comic than the original Crow, which like the real fans of the comic are gonna like. Of course, he kind of like transferred it and made it more modern. So Eric is more kind of like this guy. Like these tattoos were basically inspired, as anyone can see, by these rappers that were really popular. So that was the main idea, because basically he's the guy who spent like half of his life in juvenile correctional facilities. Like all these tattoos are kind of like homemade. Some of them are really shitty. Some of them are good. They're like super random. Like basically like they're his personality. That's it. That's why some of them like look super stupid. Some of them are nice.
Yeah, I love that. So when you went to design, especially ones that like have meaning versus ones like, we all get the tattoo. They're like, why did I do that at 19?
Yeah.
I let my friend stick and poke me like an idiot.
Yeah, he has a lot of those. I don't know if they're going to be featured, but he has like some on his ties that he made himself that are like super shitty.
So when you're designing things like that, are you taking inspiration from like yourself, your friends, or just like this would be hilarious to have on somebody?
Uh, yeah, like some ideas were like, because the thing with the movie is like, I don't know if people understand that, like it's not like you show up and you do your thing. Like there's a lot of people that pitch their ideas, and like basically it all comes down like what director says, because it is his vision in the end. Like so you go with it, but like I had some freedoms on some of designs. Some of designs were changed like million times. For example, the thing that Eric has on his back, I think it's H.P. Lovecraft's poem. Like that was like literally he wanted that, so we did it, which is kind of like a nice thing.
That's cool.
So
Did Bill have any, Bill Skarsgård, did he have any input on tattoo ideas for the character?
yeah, like I said, like this poem on his back, like that was his idea. He wanted to have a poem like this poem. I just made it into a design. We showed it to him. He was like, I love it. Rupert was like, I love it. And that was it. That was an easy one. And like for some, like we changed them, like I don't know, like the forearms. We went through, I don't know, like 10 iterations.
Like so many. And now, how long does it take? Because did you apply every single tattoo every day? Or if you knew it's trench coat day, or like he wasn't, like,
Well, it depends. Like basically, these two they can hold like for a few days, but like you never know if you're gonna shoot, like if he's gonna be dressed or not, if he's gonna go in the water or not. So sometimes we had to like take them off, put them on again, but and sometimes we would keep them for like 2 days. And Bill was like super happy when that was happening, because at the beginning, like it's every time with the tools, like especially if you have so many of them, like the thing is like once you start, you need a team kind of like to work on it for a few days, and then like the application time goes down. But like at the beginning, it's kind of like few hours, and then he's like, "Oh my god, like please stop." You know? But then like, you know, by the end of the shoot, like it's like hour and a half, so he's happy and we're chatting and everything is okay.
Now, do these go on kind of like, I know this is such a bad way of describing it, like kid tattoos, you know, when you like lay it down.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's the process, and that's the product. They're only made to look like a realistic tattoos. That's the only difference. And like a quality is a bit better than but like the process is totally the same. It's like a sticker tattoo.
That's cool.
Because imagine that we had to draw them in like every day.
Yeah. Could you imagine you're like with an airbrush or by hand, like just sitting there?
Oh no, actors would be going crazy, like literally.
Are there any Easter egg tattoos or anything like that pay homage or anything like that?
Mm, no, not that I know. But you know, like there's so many designs and so many stuff there that I guess like fans are gonna be making Easter eggs by themselves.
Right?
You know?
We all become Taylor Swift fans and we become crazy and we just
Yeah,
analyze every photo. It's just what happens.
because there's so many designs, and like some of them can have like literally a gazillion of meanings. So which is kind of cool, I guess.
Are there
But I
any?
really don't remember that we were like designing something particular, like, oh, let's put this in, like, and nobody's gonna notice.
Is there a certain any of his Eric Draven's tattoos you created that you would put on yourself?
To be honest, not really. But yeah, actually, there was like one Easter egg. I think that Bill asked us for a zip code of neighborhood where he lived, or something like that, or where he still lives. I forgot. Sorry about that. But like in Sweden, from
Oh,
Stockholm, I think. So I think like, yeah, I think that's what we did.
I
But
love
this is something for him, so it's not kind of like maybe it's Easter egg from people from Sweden, not for
that's cool.
Americans.
And then you put them even on his face. Was that the director's idea as well? Because I'm like, that's a big choice, I think, to put him on a face.
Yeah, because like I said, like Rupert was kind of going for this look of these like rappers, this little Xans and
Yeah, like Lil
whatever.
Wayne and even.
Yeah, Lil Wayne's, and they all have like these tattoos on their faces, which is kind of like, which tells you a lot about them, you know, like it used to be a big taboo, and now like everybody's having these tattoos, you know, and I don't know, it's kind of like, I think the idea was, I'm not sure, like, because I'm talking from my perspective, to kind of like just show up this slightly fucked up persona, you know, like the guy who's been through a lot, who had like a troublesome childhood, and he's like been through drugs and alcohol abuse and everything, and he kind of like doesn't respect his body, or you know, like it. I don't mean to say that people who tattoo their faces don't respect their body. Some of them really do, but this is like the story of that we want to tell.
No, I know exactly what you mean. Like it's also like judging a book from its cover, right? People look at him and have an automatic assumption of possibly who he is because of what's on his body. But I think they look great. You did such an amazing job.
Thank you.
I really enjoyed this movie, and I really hope I can't wait for people to see it because I think it's gonna change a lot of people's minds when they
Me
find
too.
it.
I think it's gonna be a really good movie.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Have you seen it yet? It's really good.
No, I'm waiting for premiere.
Here we go. Get ready. I can't wait to hear your thoughts.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Nikola. This has been great.
Thank you. Hope this helped your fans to like a movie a bit.
Absolutely. Getting inside the design of something like this, especially when it's such a beloved property, like I think it helps personally.
Yeah, me too. But the only thing that I want to say is like literally, please, to people who are gonna watch it, like keep your minds open. This is not the same movie that you watched. Like this is not the same thing. This is literally somebody was reading a comic and wanted to make something about it. So it's not the same Crow. It's not the remake. It's a different movie that is using the same basics. So that's it.